Master Rohan presents The Viking Teens and the Promotion. The sound of a blaring whistle screams through the air. Viking teens rush from all areas of the training compound to gather on the training field in a straight line. Master Rohan is seen pacing in a very brooding manner. A burlap sack is sitting on the ground near him. Toughnut whispers to Snotlout,
What does he want from us now?
In a whisper, Snotlout replies,
You know Master Rohan. He's probably going to have us running around the island all day with weights on our backs.
Astrid excitedly envisions,
Or maybe we'll have to battle each other with axes to just inches from death.
Hearing this, Hiccup replies with a look of horror on his face.
Hey, Astrid, let's not give him any ideas, okay?
Fishlegs barely stumbles out,
Or maybe we're going to...
before being cut off by Roughnut's exclamation of horror.
Or he wants us to read.
Toughnut gasps.
Oh, not reading. Anything but that.
With a frown, Hiccup mumbles,
Knowing my luck, he wants us to clean out the dragon stables again.
Waving her hand in front of her nose, Astrid remarks with an upturned eyebrow.
Actually, Hiccup, you smell like the dragon stables.
Sighing, Hiccup explains,
Yeah, sorry. I was hoping you wouldn't notice. I just finished feeding Toothless when I heard the whistle, and you know the whistle means get over here now, so I ran without watching where I was going and tripped on a tree branch and rolled down that hill over there and into...
Taking a few steps to the side to distance herself from Hiccup, Astrid finishes Hiccup's sentence.
Something that smells like tough nut.
Yeah, something that smells like tough nut.
Vikings, attention!
The Viking teens all stand at attention, heads high, chests out, posture straight, feet side by side. Master Rohan slowly walks down the line for inspection, grumbling under his breath.
You're tolerable. Fair. You are sloppy. You are appalling. And the rest of you are just merely passable, at best.
Shaking his head in dismay, he then steps back to a central location in front of them and addresses them with a serious tone.
It has been brought to my attention by the elders of this training program that your group is highly lacking in proper battlefield combat skills, even after a year of training.
Toughnut promptly interrupts the veteran armored warrior.
Yeah, the old man looked like he was sick in his stomach.
Shooting a daggered glare at Toughnut through narrowed eyes, Master Rohan continues.
He was made sick in the stomach by what he saw, Toughnut, and it is nothing to laugh about. Elder Sigfus was so disappointed that afterward he burned my ears with scathing indictments of your lack of proper skill, your ridiculous lack of cohesion as a fighting group, your poor choice of battle tactics on the field.
Master Rohan trails off as he sees that he is losing half of the Vikings.
Elder Sigfus says you did terrible.
Immediately, Snotlout raises his arms in triumph and proudly proclaims,
Hey guys, did you hear that? I'm Snotlout the Terrible. Enemies beware.
Almost growling in response, Master Rohan corrects the errant Viking.
It was not a compliment.
With a sheepish look to the other Viking teens, Snotlout replies,
Well, can I at least keep the name?
Ignoring Snotlout, Master Rohan begins pacing again in front of the line, visibly agitated. He continues describing the Elder's review.
In fact, Elder Sigfus had many things to say about all of your performances in this test. Many things which I dare not utter out loud.
A unison peal of groans and moans erupts from the Viking teens. Astrid steps forward to defend her performance during the war game.
But Master Rohan, I executed my portion of the test with great accuracy. Every one of my axe tosses struck their targets, and I would have grabbed the enemy's flag had Toughnut not sounded a retreat.
Astrid shoots a nasty glare at Toughnut. Incensed that he was being blamed, Toughnut retorts.
Yeah, I sounded the wrong thing on the horn, but that doesn't change the fact that all of you should have known what to do.
We did exactly what you told us to do, Toughnut. So we retreated right into each other.
In open frustration with Toughnut's gaffe, Master Rohan presses against the temples of his forehead with gloved hands. Monotonously, he drones.
Toughnut, we've been over this and over this and over this so many times. It's one long note for advance and two short notes for retreat.
Huffing as if he hunted for an answer, Toughnut finally confessed.
Well, I got nervous. I mean, we were in a battle. Who's not nervous in a battle?
Losing her cool, Astrid storms over to Toughnut and grabs him by his coat, readying to punch him with a raised fist.
We're the ones who aren't supposed to be nervous in a battle, you idiot. We're Vikings.
Momentarily tempted to allow the two Vikings to work out the disagreement between themselves in the usually violent Viking way, Master Rohan thinks better of it and loudly clears his throat. Reading the nonverbal cue, Astrid releases her grip on Toughnut with a push and stamps back to her place in line, smoke figuratively streaming out of her ears. Circling his fingers on the temples of his head, Master Rohan sighs and continues.
As Miss Hofferson has pointed out, not all of your performances were of the same caliber, and in fact, some of you did fairly well when it came to the part that you played in the wargame.
Master Rohan pulls out a stack of papers from the burlap bag and holds them up. The teens inhale, knowing it is their official review. Perusing through the documents, Master Rohan's face cycles through a host of expressions, from relief to distress. Sifting through papers, he begins reading a few of the choice comments out loud.
Snotlout, you did admirably with your demonstration of strength and endurance. Yeah, I did. Fishlegs, you got an excellent in enemy intel. Very good. Very good indeed.
All right.
Astrid, high ratings for your precision attacks. Oh, and would you look at that, everyone? Elder Sigfus even drew the Fanged Guardian seal right by her name.
He did?
Master Rohan holds up Astrid's critique sheet and sweeps it across the line so that everyone can see the prestigious, crudely drawn picture of a Viking with long fangs and menacing eyes.
Folks, now I shouldn't have to say that. That is a high honor indeed.
Astrid beams a relieved smile from her face as Master Rohan continues shuffling through papers.
Roughnut, you were praised on your...
Master Rohan pauses for a minute to decipher Elder Sigfus's scrawling handwriting.
He didn't have anything nice to say about me, did he?
No, I just have to find it. It's here somewhere.
Yes, she has an encouragingly vicious, take-no-prisoners approach to battle. A high compliment indeed. Roughnut pipes up, pointing an incriminating finger at Toughnut.
Well, it comes naturally from living with that thing down there.
Toughnut swaggers his head pompously in response, his long hair swaying to and fro.
You're just so jealous of me because I'm so dangerous on the battlefield.
Pushing Toughnut away from her, Roughnut chides.
Obviously, you forgot that you messed us all up.
Clearing his throat again to refocus everyone's attention, Master Rohan shuffles through more papers and reads.
And speaking of Toughnut, Elder Sigfus says you are,
Master Rohan turns Toughnut's comment page in several different directions and squints his eyes, trying to decipher the multitude of comments that Elder Sigfus has so angrily scrawled on the page that in several spots he had actually torn through the paper.
Can't say that out loud. Let's see. Here we go. He says that you are unique.
With a pound of his fist to his chest, Toughnut exclaims,
and proud of it.
Flipping through more papers, Master Rohan finally found the last review.
And finally, Hiccup, Elder Sigfus says, and I quote, though weak and diminutive of stature, shows cunning skill in sword fighting, and the merits of good leadership, such as quick thinking and a keen eye for strategy. A very promising candidate.
Noting the comments, Hiccup smiles broadly.
So there's hope for me after all.
Once Elder Sigfus presented his reviews to the rest of the elders on the combat training board, they came to a conclusion in regards to the progress of your combat education.
Master Rohan shoves the papers back in the burlap bag and continues his speech.
As you know, the final decision is based upon the performance of the group, not the individual.
All of the Vikings lean forward, excitedly awaiting the good news. Matter-of-factly, Master Rohan informs them,
You've all failed.
instantaneously, all of the Viking teens burst out in boisterous shouts of protest.
What?
No way!
You gotta be
I
kidding!
am so failing again. Snotlout threatens.
You gotta be kidding me! Wait till those bunch of old geezers hear from my father!
To which Astrid adds.
And mine as well!
To which Toughnut adds.
Yeah, that goes double for me!
Roughnut cries out in anguish.
Oh, another year of school with my brother!
A few cheers trickle down Fishleg's round face.
Oh, but I studied so hard!
Seeing this, Hiccup pats Fishlegs on the shoulder and says,
It's okay, buddy. We'll get promoted again next year. You can count on it.
allowing the teens to vent their frustrations for quite some time, Master Rohan stands as still as a statue, silently watching how the teens handle the ill news. But upon seeing that all order was quickly collapsing into a group attack on Toughnut, Master Rohan blows the whistle. Freezing in action, the teens slowly trudge back to their places in line and quiet down.
Now, I know that this was not the news that you wanted to hear. Believe me, it wasn't the news I wanted to hear. But you will be retaking my class and...
Pointing wildly at Master Rohan, Toughnut panics.
Oh no! We have to take your class again! Go ahead and slay me now!
Pointing back at Toughnut, Master Rohan commands.
Sit down, Toughnut, before you hurt yourself.
With an ugly frown, Toughnut sits down on the ground and crosses his arms in dissatisfaction. Master Rohan picks up where he had left off.
Now, as I was saying, you will be retaking my class along with all of your other instructors' classes as well. However, since we've been together for a couple of years now...
Suddenly, Master Rohan reaches into the burlap bag and pulls out a few small wooden boxes, each decorated with its own colorful painted pattern.
I wanted to celebrate your accomplishments with some gifts.
Stunned speechless, the teens gaped with their mouths open at the presents. With gifts being rarely received and more often taken, Vikings you understand, the 6 teens didn't quite know how to react and merely stayed their ground in awe. Wearing a rare smile on his face, Master Rohan walks down the line of teens, handing out their presents.
Here you go, Snotlout. Don't eat them all at once.
Thanks.
Here you go, Toughnut. You incorrigible Viking.
I have no clue what whatever that word was. I guarantee you that I'm it, though.
Here's one for you, Astrid. I know that you'll love them.
Oh, thank you.
Roughnut, I thought of you when I saw these at a trading post and just had to get them for you. Fishlegs, here you go, big guy. I think you'll like this.
Really? Oh, thanks!
And Hiccup, something that I know you will really enjoy using.
Well, at least it's smaller than a shovel. Thank you, kind sir.
And in a frenzied opening of the boxes, peals of cheers and gasps and thank yous filled the air. Shocked almost speechless for a moment, Snotlout quickly recovers and shouts,
Pickled Icelandic cod? Oh, yeah!
Astrid, a tear running down her cheek, excitedly exclaims,
Oh, a set of monogrammed mini-axes!
Furry muffs.
Obviously to block out my brother's stupid voice.
Roughnut chimes in as she joyfully dons the fuzzy ear warmers. Testing them, Toughnut immediately challenges her.
I bet you can still hear me.
Cannot.
I bet you can.
No, I can't.
Okay, then how do you know when to respond?
I can read your lips, genius. So get out of here and go open your present.
Ooh, my present!
Toughnut exclaims, remembering that indeed just moments before Master Rohan had handed him a gift.
Upon opening it, Toughnut stares in disbelief into the box and pulls out a knife with a finely carved handle.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I like this. And to think I was expecting a bar of soap.
Rolling his eyes, Master Rohan replies,
Oh, Toughnut, anytime you want soap, just let me know and I'll get you as much as you want.
On down the row, Fishlegs tears open his package and jumps in celebration.
Oh my gosh! The ultimate limited collector's edition of the sagas! Greatest Hits Volume 2!
Master Rohan smiles.
Yeah, I looked and looked for Volume 1, but books are so hard to find these days. Maybe I can get it for you next year.
Oh, this is the best present ever!
Not to be left out, Hiccup carefully opens his gift and happily hoots.
Oh, a new leather-bound sketchbook with my initials in the corner. And drawing pencils. Oh, look at all these drawing pencils.
And as Master Rohan stands and smiles at having been able to lessen the impact of the Viking teens' denial of promotion, he is most certainly unprepared for the sudden and spontaneous dogpile of Vikings that knock him to the ground. Struggling to get out from under the mountain of Vikings, Master Rohan comments,
Oh, thanks guys. Glad you liked your presents. I think you're great too. Okay, need to get up now. Kind of hard to breathe down here. Oh, someone's foot is in my eye. Guys, hello? Hello? Can't breathe. Too many. Oh, and someone smells like a dragon pen.
This has been a presentation of The Viking Teens and the Promotion, written and narrated by Master Rohan as a Christmas present to his friends on DeviantArt. Background music was courteously provided by, of course, Master Rohan. Hiccup and those crazy Viking teens are the property of the magnificent Cressida Cowell. Recorded in November of 2011.